YouTubers, welcome back to AZ2 Ozarks. We have such a cool thing to share with you. We had a friend of a friend purchase in an auction in a town really near us this tiller for his tractor. But he lives a couple states away, and so he was asking if anybody could pick it up for him. And so we offered because we're not very far away. Well, we get home with it, and the generous fellow says, "Hey, you're welcome to use that if you want to use it until I come pick it up." Well, how cool is that? We had this whole huge area here that was covered by a tarp. And now it is uncovered with the tarp. The tarp's purpose was to kill the grass, and it did quite an effective job. It's not completely dead. As you can see, there is a lot of yellow still, but there's also a lot of brown. Hey, Murphy. Anyhow, this didn't exactly work with our tractor the way it was, just because we didn't have long enough hydraulic lines in order to run from the back all the way up to the front. And so we did have to purchase hydraulic lines. So that was still almost $200 in hydraulic lines. But here is a tiller that we can use to till up this whole area of grass and have it ready for our garden. This area was 25 by 100 feet, and Rick is going to do another pass here in a moment. But this is just such a cool and generous thing that we now have access to, because we were going to rent the tiller attachment for our tractor from the local equipment rental place. However, the one that they had was pretty worn out, and so they were no longer renting it out, and the new one they're getting won't be available till the beginning of April. And I have my heart set on putting corn in the ground the last week of March. So here we are with a borrowed rototiller by a very generous gentleman who we helped him out a little bit, and he's helping us out a whole lot. Is that a good spot, little Murphy? You can see in the first pass, it basically breaks up the clumps of grass and kind of turns over the grass. And then in a second pass, it really gets digging down into the dirt more. So it doesn't take a huge chunk all at once, but it does take a couple passes, but it's so fast compared to what we could do by hand. It is just incredible. Check this out. So after a few quick passes, and by quick, it's relative. I mean, it probably takes 2 to 3 minutes for each pass, but still super, super way faster than using the hand push rototiller that we had rented. And in all honesty, I think we paid almost as much for the rented hand tiller for the greenhouse as we paid for the hydraulic lines for the tractor to be able to use this tiller on it. And this is a huge area. It brought up the big rocks all to the surface so we can pick those out. And what we'll do now that the grass is really pulverized, we have a little over a week still before I want to plant it. So we will recover it with the big black tarp and allow it to sit for another week like this. I'm hoping to find some composted manure or some composted mulch around here that I can have added to this. So far, I'm not having the best luck finding it for a reasonable price. Really, the delivery is kind of the expensive part. To get anything delivered out here. And right now we don't have, I mean, obviously we don't have a dump truck, but we don't have a trailer that's conducive to hauling big loads. We would really just have like the bed of the truck. But this is just super awesome. And I'm so excited on this second day of spring that we are looking at having a ginormous garden here really soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to keep following our adventure.